Yeah.
Hey yo, man, it's your time. And fuck poverty.
What's up, everybody? Welcome to the Phil and Leroy the Judgmental Podcast,
What's up, everybody? This your boy Phil.
and I'm Leroy. Well, first of all, we're going to have to shout out to Mere Toricles and Reviews for this one. This is from Instagrammer Adriel Rosso Official, ArielDrossio and she begs people for money because she's about to be homeless. Now, here's the video. Well, the clip for y'all.
Can I be honest with y'all? I'm fucking scared right now, okay? I'm
Oh, I set this up all wrong too. She'll be on. She's like one of woke blacks, and she be on the internet talking about conspiracies and all that stuff. That's from what I take from Mia Turkles and Reviews. She'll be the type that'll be talking about woke and talking about conspiracies and all that stuff. So here she go.
scared because I don't know what the fuck to do in my situation. I'm about to be homeless if I don't pay my rent in 24 hours. So long story short, I've not been able to get into an apartment. I've been having to pay my rent weekly in a room for rent inside of a shared house. And I'm not trying to put my business out there, but this is the last resort that I get. I have to pay this down.
What
And
is that
look at-
negative 550 for? What is that?
That's how much she owe on rent. And look how she put the little somber music in the background.
They have like
Tomorrow.
digital rent stuff like that you can set up.
Yeah, I guess it's a whole new world. I mean, well, Maisha,
I just never saw that like that before.
Maisha, she was paying her rent through Cash App.
Oh shit. Yeah, but that's different because that can go right to your landlord's account and he can see it. This is like another fucking app set up just for that. That's weird to me.
And you look, I have to pay weekly. I don't have to pay
And is it hot in her house, or she got Vaseline on her face or something?
$600 a week. I have to pay $300 a week. But as you can see, this is how much money that I have. I'm gonna just be completely honest with y'all. I don't
Ladies and gentlemen, she has $6.56 in her account.
Ballin'.
job right now because my ID has been expired, but I have still tried everything that I could. I've even tried finding jobs. Ain't nobody trying to hire me, especially not in a time frame that I need help. I've tried calling 211, which is supposed to be a government assistance to help me find rental assistance in my area. I don't have anything over here that I qualify for. And by the grace of God,
211,
I was
How do you even know about that?
I don't know.
able to get food stamps this week. If I didn't have this food stamp card sent to me this week because they found out my situation when I was trying to call around for help, that should tell you that I don't even make enough money. This should tell you how honest and transparent that I'm being as a young woman, that I cannot continue to sit up here and try to help people if I don't get the help that I need for myself. Because you know what's gonna happen? If I go out there and I get homeless, I'm not gonna be able to make videos for y'all no more. And that's exactly what the Matrix, the devil, and the people want. If anyone is wondering why don't I get a job, my ID is expired. Who's gonna hire somebody whose ID is expired? This world is fucked up. I tried my best, y'all. Look, I put this whole website
Why
together.
you let your ID expire?
Hey, look, they send you a thing in the mail saying that your stuff is about to expire, like darn near like 3 months before it actually expires.
Yeah, she full of
Well,
shit.
I
They
don't
get a
hear it
fucking
do.
hookup.
Here it do. I don't know how it is in Texas. I'm sorry.
No, she trying to get a hookup and sit on her ass and get a GoFundMe.
And I'm not trying to ask for pity.
Yes,
I'm
you is.
scared, okay? I don't want to be fucking homeless. Someone please.
All right, so this next clip here is with our girl, and she's talking about how people is coming at her, people like Philip coming at her with this, won't you get a job and all that stuff. So
She ain't got no money, but she sure got tattoos and makeup and all that shit.
well, she gets in all that stuff. Here we go.
Help me do the math on how the other day I posted a video on here telling y'all that I needed help to not be homeless in my situation because I only had 24 hours left to pay my rent after struggling in silence for the longest. That I
And shout out to her with this music, this somber music in the background.
received a bunch of death threats, cyberbullying, and hate as a
You're
result.
not getting no
I
death threats. You might get some cyberbullying, a little bit of that, but it ain't no death threats.
seen a
Nobody's trying
comment
to
like
kill
this
you.
one.
And my man Nando underscore KK underscore said, looks like OnlyFans is gonna get a new employee,
You
and
ain't lying.
she replied, she's not that type of woman.
So many times on my post, family, and it's
She's a good looking thin young girl,
She
by the
ain't that
way,
type
ladies
of
and gentlemen.
female, but she the type of female that be living in a box on the street.
disgusting because what if that was your daughter? The only reason why I made this video is because I had less than 24 hours.
And I'm assuming she's biracial, and those biracials, they get like super black and super woke. They be the super blackest and the super wokest of the bunch. I'm assuming she's biracial just by looking at her.
To get my balance down, or they were going to kick me out of my room that I paid $300 for a week. Oh, and just
She better find another damn apartment. She renting a room for $300 a week.
She better go to the bar and find like Mr. fucking Johnson.
That's like $1,100 a month. She better find another place to stay for a room.
She might as well stay at a hotel for that.
Right.
so you know I'm not lying. Look,
And you got to share a kitchen and wash your ass with somebody else when you could just have an efficiency apartment. It's got to be something for less than that.
She's just a bum. That's all it is. And she's begging.
look. Yes, this is a room for rent. Rooms for rent. You know what I'm saying? And
So she just showed that she has a room there with her fingerprint to open the knob, open the door, and she tried another door and she couldn't get in because, of course, that wasn't her room. So she's approving that that's where she's staying. So she's trying to say, I ain't lying. Look,
I showed everyone why I couldn't work.
I would tell her, you got in this money crunch, you need to be trying to find some damn efficiency apartment, $1,100 a month, and you stand in a room and you got to share a refrigerator and wash your ass with somebody else. Y'all gonna be arguing about the damn shower for $1,100? You must be kidding.
Because my ID is expired. And just so y'all know, I do have an appointment to get a new ID. But do you see this? This is an Illinois ID. I live in the state of Texas. I've even tried my best.
Now look at this damn resume. See why I say how the biracials, they get super woke. Look at this resume. She got peace on a resume. She got her photo on a damn resume. What is this shit here? What is this shit?
Now, do you really believe that's her resume? Get the fuck out of here. She's trying to be a fashion model or something. She ain't trying to get no regular job.
And then she got her well, this is a new world. This is a new world. But she got her resume on here, but she got her TikTok and Instagram link. I don't know if that's appropriate. And how many followers she have on there. I don't know that's appropriate.
She's full of shit. No, that's not a real resume. She's full of shit.
But then she got her work experience. She got Walgreens on here. She got peace on her damn resume. That's the first thing, is clean this damn resume up and get a damn serious resume.
Trying to find a job that would hire me in the meantime to help me pay my rent while time was just ticking. And no one would hire me because I need an ID to work. And the truth is, my ID expired January 10th, 2024. But I was afraid to even go to the DMV because at the time, I was dealing with legal issues. It wasn't until this...
Everything is like, every time you take one step forward...
She dealing with legal issues. What kind of shit you getting into, girl?
Year that I actually had the courage to call a lawyer and check on that stuff so I could get a new ID. Everyone keeps saying, why don't you get paid from social media with all those followers? I don't get paid from social media. I don't get paid from Instagram because I'm shadow banned and censored for talking about conspiracy theories. So with that being said, I turned to doing hair full time as much as I could to actually afford my rent for these past few months. Because unfortunately,
Then why you just don't do hair? Then
Cause she
she like
lazy. She don't want to do shit.
so she wants to sit up and make woke videos all day when she can do hair and still when she go home and she still can do her woke videos.
I wasn't able to work at this shop anymore. And I do want to say a big thank you to everyone who has donated to me
Simp man.
to
She's a
help me
fucking
pay my
beggar. That's what
rent
she
down.
is.
Simp man. She's good looking, Phil. All she gotta do is beg, and them simps will give her some money. Hey, look, if 10 people gave her $20, that's 100. That's
All right, but how long that's gonna last? That shit gonna dry up quick.
yeah. She's good looking. That's the only reason why she could do stuff like this. She's young, good looking, and young, good looking women have superpowers. It's like the X-Men. You looking at the Fantastic Four right here.
From that $500 balance. Thank you so much. But I still have to pay $300 a week.
Uh-oh, she got she got she got the money to 500. Now she telling people to pay her $300 a week so she can stay in their room. I'd be like, no, you better try to find you better try to find you an efficiency apartment or something. Do they still make efficiency apartments?
Yeah.
Okay.
And if anyone wants
And why not do hair?
Cause she
Do
don't want
hair.
to. She's a bum.
to help me in my situation until I get to my appointment on May 12th, I will be beyond grateful for whatever help I can get to help me get from point A to point B. I just need a little more help so I can make it, so I can work. I want to do the right thing. I love y'all.
All right, this next clip, Philip. She wasn't lying. She actually went and got her damn license for your information. Here we go.
Y'all prayed on my downfall. Y'all said go get my ID.
Do you remember the singer Gopale?
Yes.
Don't she look like her right there in that face when her hair was slicked back?
Mm-hmm.
She looked just like her. Nice looking girl. That's why she got that money. But she can dress to the nines and don't have a dollar in her pocket.
Prayed on my downfall.
She looks just like Gopala.
Y'all said go get my ID.
She would have never made it without God. That's what she wrote down on her.
She would have never made it without fucking begging. Cute. If she wasn't cute, she wouldn't be getting a dime.
Oh yeah.
Done.
All right. So she got her ID. Now all she needs is a damn job. So shout out to her. Shout out to Adriano Rossino. Official was her Instagram name. So shout out to her. Well, we going to Rockdale County, Georgia, where Cleveland Brody was charged with murder after his wife, Denise Brody, allegedly died from AIDS that she contracted from him after he never told her he was HIV positive. Mess around with them scallywags in the neighborhood. That's what it got you. Here's the report.
Man is behind bars tonight, charged with killing his wife. Not
And
allegedly
shout out to our girl, Courtney
with a
Bryan.
gun or a knife, but by giving her AIDS.
Fox 5's Kevin Stewart joins us.
And they always got them to like on the angle because she's taller than him.
Mhm.
I would care less what her size is.
Live from the Rockdale
I would tell them to stop doing that. Why they can't stand together?
County Jail in
Fucking with
Conyers with the story. Kevin?
I could care. Is she pregnant? Or
The
that's just how
victim
she
here
holding her
was
own?
diagnosed with cancer, but soon doctors realized she had more than cancer. She had AIDS, and that's why her husband is here at the Rockdale County Jail. This is Denise and Cleveland
Bro,
Brody.
that my man looked like he done messed with the scallywags in the neighborhood. Oh, dirty dog.
Married in 2014 after meeting at a Christmas party 2 years prior. These were better times.
And she loved this man. She really, really loved him.
But Cleveland Brody is now
Look at
accused of
Cleveland. Cleveland looked like he be in the neighborhood, banging anything that move, mess around with hoes and all type of stuff. Crackheads.
Violating his wife's trust, the family's faith. Rockdale County deputies have charged him with murdering Denise Brody, knowingly infecting her with HIV, his status completely unknown to her. She died in 2022 at 65.
And how long did she live after the diagnosis?
2 days.
Oh, shit.
She put him out when she found out he was cheating on her.
See?
She loved him so much that she actually allowed him to come back.
Damn.
Asked him to take a test because he's out there. And
oh, well, she know what he was up to, just like I said, messing around with the scallywags in the neighborhood.
He was smart enough to know that it would not get picked up.
Prosecutors first charged the husband in 2023 with only reckless conduct HIV, but the family pushed for murder and did the detective work to share with authorities.
Get evidence of the fact that he had it before he met my mother.
2 years later, now her stepfather is charged with felony murder.
Because at any time he could have told her, I have this, and gave her the right to make the decision on whether or not she wanted to stay with him.
And one of the reasons why this is so tough for the family is because AIDS is no longer a death sentence. They're encouraging people to be tested for all STDs. Reporting live in Rockdale County, Kevin Stewart, Fox 5 News.
Wow, just such shocking details coming out of that case. Kevin, thanks.
That's what happens when you up in the neighborhood doing this and that.
Damn. Like you said, she knew he was in them streets.
Yep.
And another thing is, if you know your dude is out there like that, you should not be having sex with him, especially unprotected.
Mm-hmm.
That shit's crazy.
Well, we going to Dallas, Texas, where Ashley Long was fatally shot after the passenger of a Mercedes opened fire on her and another man who had briefly touched the vehicle. Here's the report.
And we start tonight. A Houston family is mourning the death of their daughter. Police say that Ashley Long died at the hands of a random gunman in downtown Dallas, all over touching a Mercedes. Amelia McGavro hearing from the family.
Can we guess the color before they showed the mugshot of the person who shot them because they touched the car?
We already know it's a brother, you know what I mean?
Right.
We already know that. But my thing is, what do you mean touch the car? That don't sound right to me.
Well, hey, that's what they said.
Hoping that their pain can create,
like you said, is more to the story. They was arguing back and forth or something more than that.
Can create some change with the kind of violence in the city.
I feel dead inside. She was my everything.
It's been a little over a week since Mother Michelle Long and her family laid their daughter, 28-year-old Ashley Long, to rest. Never again getting to go on an adventure or send her a text.
We always said goodnight to each other every night.
Ashley was a successful real estate agent in the Houston area. Her family says she was in Dallas on April 5th for a networking trip.
Night out on the town and then being in the wrong place at the wrong time.
In the arrest affidavit, police say one of the men Ashley was with reached out and brushed his hand along the passenger side of a passing Mercedes as they were walking across the street. Investigators say that's when 34-year-old Kendrick Finch got out of the passenger side.
Well, he's a mixture too.
I was about to say, well, both sides get a little bit of this one.
Right. But I don't believe that affidavit. I mean, she doesn't deserve to be dead, but he just brushed the car, so my man just pulled out a gun and was shooting. No, he probably was arguing back and forth, move this car or something like that.
So let me get this straight. She's a successful real estate agent. Where's she at with hood motherfuckers at just busting caps and ass and shit like that?
Well, is it downtown Dallas?
Is that where she was at?
Yeah, because keep in mind she was only visiting the area for the networking thing.
With a gun. The man Ashley was with pulled out his own gun from her purse. Police say Finch then shot Ashley.
So he grabbed her gun that was in her purse.
She out here dating goons.
And the man survived, but Ashley unfortunately died in the hospital.
Ain't life great? Like they get involved in some shit. He grabs her gun and they get a damn shootout and she's the one that's dead.
From multiple gunshot wounds.
It was
on the
heartbreaking.
wrong side of the track, man.
Mm-hmm.
Nothing I could do. I was so far away.
It was just like I was in a nightmare I couldn't wake up from. If she would have been there 5 minutes earlier, 5 minutes later, things would be different.
After police searched for the suspect for days, video from Smash the Topic shows Finch turning himself in last Friday on murder charges. As Ashley's family now waits for justice, they still hold on to her memory, placing her picture at the spot where she tragically died, along with the numbers 444, which were her lucky angel numbers.
She liked to be the life of the party, but not the center of attention.
And also now wishing they just had one last chance to say goodbye.
I love you and I miss you, baby girl. I miss our time together. I miss hearing your voice.
In Dallas, Emily McGalvro, CBS News, Texas.
And arguing with somebody in Dallas, I assume in the South like that, I assume everybody got a gun on them. So
like
I ain't
Wild West, you know what I mean?
Exactly. So I ain't gonna be arguing with nobody like that. Not no bullshit like that. And he ain't just start shooting because that just sounds good on paper and for the news and stuff. It's more to the story. And I guarantee you in that affidavit, it'll probably describe what happened. It ain't just all of a sudden I touched this car and they going to start to arguing and shooting at each other. No, it's more than that.
Definitely.
And he pulls a gun out her purse. They get to shooting and she's dead. Multiple gunshot wounds.
So that was her gun?
Yeah, he pulled it out her purse.
Where's she going? Where she got to be clubbing and she got to bring a gun? Because you can't get in the clubs and not with no gun.
Well, keep in mind it is Texas, so you can walk around with it. I mean, some places
probably letting nobody in no club though.
Yeah, but some places maybe they probably just like went to like a restaurant or something, and they don't really like check like that.
And you got to bring a gun for that. You need to move out of that town.
It's Texas. It's Texas. Well, it's just the South. Period. All right, Phil, we going to see your girl. We going to Adulton, Illinois. Record reveal Tiffany Henyard's taxpayer-funded position paid $347,000 last year, which is more than the Chicago mayor makes. Here's the report. And this will probably be the last report until she started to get arrested. The FBI really started to come down on her because she lost both of her positions.
Self-proclaimed super mayor Tiffany Henyard leaves office in the next few weeks after being badly beaten at the ballot box. Questionable spending clashes with trustees.
Sound like she was about to say simp.
And an ongoing FBI investigation led to her undoing.
Investigative reporter Ben Bradley broke many of the stories that exposed the issues, and tonight he returns to the south suburbs for a new accounting of Henyard's reign.
I love y'all. There's nothing you can do about it.
The curtain will soon close on the Tiffany Henyard show, but not before one last dance.
Supervisor,
Come on now.
people want to know what's next for
You
you.
know what's next? Why you out here? Why are you out here?
We were there for.
I'm laughing at the music in the background.
Well, this girl sure is a celebrity, ain't she?
Yep.
For Henyard's final food giveaway and a new tally of what she's cost taxpayers. On Easter weekend, cars lined up for blocks. Tens of thousands of tax dollars spent for another one of Henyard's famous food giveaways.
Our last hurrah, and I did not vote for that woman, and I didn't vote for her before, but I'm gonna give me something to eat today.
Woman of the
I ain't
year.
vote
I like
for
her.
it, but I want that food.
Yeah, it's some free shit going on over here. I'ma get it.
Like the giveaways, but I don't like her.
and here our elderly Caucasoid sister here said the same thing pretty much. They out fuck her. They just want the food.
Yep.
She's nasty.
She's giving us back what we already gave, but ain't nobody else doing that either.
Tiffany Henyard does spend a lot of money, some of it on.
So, in other words, the lady just said that, hey, look, this is our taxpayers' money here. Ain't like she pulled out of her pocket. So we just going to get what we already put out.
That's what they get for voting her in. What do you think voting this young girl in like that?
Well, hey, look, it's the thing in the world, Philip. Did you hear about what they say about what's this new thing they say online about is it racism? Is it the restless racism or something like that? where everybody's getting tired of people being thrown out, racism and all that type of shit.
Mm-hmm.
Well, look, at this time, that's what we wanted to see. We wanted to see all these black people, especially women, because I think it more involves women than men. Because women is the only one that can sit up there in the store and cuss people out and can't nobody say anything to her. And and if I get in an argument with a woman, it's all I'm a punk, and you would never talk to a man that way. And why is you talk? You must be gay. You must be gay if you keep talking, arguing me like this. So it's like you can't say nothing to a woman, especially a black one, because if you start criticizing her, you gay. Or if that was a man, you would never be talking to a man that way. So it's like you had to keep your mouth shut. And they're trying to blame that on like white people getting tired of black people and they stuff like that. I don't think it has anything to do with it. Don't have anything to do with black men. It's more black women. Because all this shit here. Do you ever see a man? First of all, you ever see if a man is that young, that's a mayor of a town, he's clean cut and trying to do shit by the book. He ain't trying to be involved in no shit like that, going on all these trips and having got a little small town and got chauffeurs and all that stuff driving you around. What type of shit is this?
Because they know ain't nothing gonna happen to them. That's why they flaunt it in the face.
Right.
Worthwhile programs, but she's also benefited handsomely and questionably. Newly obtained records show last year Henyard was paid more than $347,000 from Dalton and Thornton Township, the two governments she runs. That's more than Chicago's mayor makes. Henyard's comp in
Chicago is one of the biggest cities in the United States, and she's making more than him. See, this the stuff right there that we talking about. You can't say nothing. It's like you held hostage. So you just sometimes you just gotta just let it go.
Includes $282,000 from the township, which also gave her a $4,900 per month expense allowance and an $1,100 monthly.
Wait.
Damn, she was cleaning up.
So she making over $250,000 in just the township, not the total, just the township. And they gave her a $4,900 a month expense allowance for what? And what is this vehicle allowance for?
Because they paying her fucking insurance for her.
Oh, you've got to be kidding. You have got to be kidding.
She had to hook up.
Vehicle allowance. That's despite the fact Dalton taxpayers spent six figures on two SUVs police used to chauffeur Henyard.
That's what I'm saying. Well, where's the $111? Is that for gassing?
Gas, insurance, pay the drivers.
Trustee Gray Everett, Supervisor Henyard.
And did we mention Henyard hasn't attended a single meeting since she lost re-election?
Why haven't you been to board meetings since your defeat?
And work.
You don't want to answer? You're still getting paid.
Why does she got to go to board meetings if she lost?
Right. Yeah, I bought her side. Like, what's the use?
Right.
Meetings.
It just proves that what she was doing was very selfish. It wasn't about the people.
Stephanie Wiedemann worked for the township for 20 years and blew the whistle on many of Henyard's antics.
If she had just said, "Oh, I made a mistake," everybody would have moved on. We pointed out the mistakes and she put on the show. You know, everybody paid attention because every 2 weeks it was like a sitcom.
Y'all are black. And y'all sitting up here beating and attacking on a black woman.
See? Pretty much what we just said. See?
You can't,
right. You can't be too hard. You can't say anything to her because it's right. Oh, I'm black. That's on. I'm a black woman. That's the reason why you treat me that way. That's why she got away with this shit.
That's empowered. Y'all should be ashamed of yourself.
See?
You the ones that's costing the village money.
Okay.
I don't have that call.
All right. Okay.
What was she supposed to do? You wanted her to expound? Don't drag out the meeting.
Now, that was an old clip. Now, the dude was arguing with her. That's the one that the FBI had went and talked to, and he turned on her. And the other dude right here, you know, that's the one that got accused of raping the young girl.
WGN Investigates has documented first-class trips for Henyard and her entourage that cost taxpayers.
See, a little small town. Why do you need to fly first class? Why do you need to fly anywhere, to be honest with you?
Flossing.
Like, look right here. Why do she need to go to Portland?
Well over $100,000. There was a stay at a Four Seasons and steak dinners. In late 2023, this was how she explained it.
I do not handle anything as relates to with credit cards. As you heard me speak today in my board meeting about, I do not handle that.
Some of those charges are for you, though.
No, sir.
You didn't go to Las Vegas?
Well, that's what we said, that she's responsible. She ain't really responsible. Who's in charge of allowing her
signing off?
Right, exactly. That's who the one that need to be fired.
Treasury Department, whoever's running that treasury.
Right. Why you flying first class? No. Four Seasons? Why you need to stay in a Four Seasons? You can go to another hotel. Stay in another hotel.
She fuck around and get you fired though if you say no to her.
Right. Yep. Or like I said, you some type of punk. Why are you coming down on me? You will never come down on a man like this. You will never tell a man no, he can't stay in the Four Seasons. It'll be stuff like that.
What is that?
No comment.
You don't know if you were in Las Vegas?
Of course I do.
Were you?
It's not paid by them.
Taxpayers. It is paid by them, ma'am.
Are the ones stuck with the bill. The supervisor and others get unusual perks, including $600 a day for every day they travel out of state.
Oh man, these people was eating at the finest restaurants. $600 a day when you traveling. They
she should have a fat ass bank account. I tell you that.
Yep. Oh man, we like look. We like Google what's the 5-star restaurant because that's where we going. $600 a day, and then it's in Illinois. It's $400 a day. Oh, they didn't tore all those restaurants up around there.
Township and $400.
Like, why does this small township need? Why does she need all this stuff with this small township? That's ridiculous. But like I said, it's her fault, but it ain't really her fault because somebody signed off on it, like you said.
Per day for travel within Illinois, plus the cost of their travel expenses. We asked Henyard's successor whether he agrees with the supersized paydays.
What you make is based upon what you are able to deliver. That's more so saying like, you know, people believe that professional athletes shouldn't get paid millions of dollars. That doctors.
And yes, Philip, that's the Napoleon Harris from the NFL.
Should be, or teachers for.
I think he played on the Raiders, if I'm not mistaken. Napoleon Harris.
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah, that's him.
That matter. So I'm not going to get here and go into a debate about what should be getting or what should be this salary of this.
With what we've been through and how easily we saw it is to abuse.
Don't try it, homeboy, because it ain't gonna work out for you. Don't try it. Yeah, it can work for her, but it definitely ain't gonna work for you.
Use the system. I think it's important that the residents pay attention and continue to pay attention and continue to hold people accountable.
Despite it all, the spending, a questionable cancer charity, an ongoing FBI investigation, and even a brawl at a board meeting.
And our baby was right in the mix, too.
Henyard still has her supporters.
I think she's doing what men have been doing for years as far as her security and all those things. She needs that.
No, they haven't.
Give
Not in a township, small township like this.
Lady making up stuff.
Right.
Back to the community, so, I mean, what more can people ask for?
And Tiffany Henyard
They asked for a lot. That's why they booted her ass out of there.
vows the show will go on.
You told us on election day we haven't heard the last few. What's next for you?
It's a lot next for me. Stay tuned.
Like what? FBI, court. What else?
The FBI is still tuned in. Sources say agents have visited several of Henyard's allies at home in recent weeks, looking for information and cooperation.
Oh, shit.
For the six-figure township supervisor's salary, it was 6 times higher than the leaders of Illinois' other largest townships, but it will be reduced to just over $50,000 per year when the new supervisor takes over in mid-May. Some of the other allowance perks, they'll remain in place. Ben Bradley.
Well, the next person, they screwed then. Like, damn, she was getting all that money. I only get 50 grand.
He probably like, man, I won this job for those perks.
Right.
Now y'all want to take it away.
Damn, we going to Elyria, El Riva, Ohio. Tony and Christina Brown got a simple loan and it turned to massive debt. Now, ladies and gentlemen, I did see this one, so take a listen to this shit, Phil. Here's the report.
Consumer warning about a nasty scheme that could turn your loan into a massive debt.
News 5 investigator Jonathan Walsh joins us now. And Jonathan, it all starts with someone who needs a personal loan.
Yeah, it's something that haunts a couple.
And my man don't even sound like he look.
You gotta play the part for the job. He wouldn't have got the job if he used his regular voice.
Malaria to this day. All they wanted was to get settled into the.
My man looked like he should be like a bodyguard in a nightclub or something.
I was thinking UFC and shit.
Or work in the casino somewhere.
Their own home, a new home that they had just gotten. Now, a simple phone call took them down a frustrating path and took us to Texas to find out more.
It's depressing because we really haven't been able to get caught back up on everything.
For Christina and Tony Brown, this all started with someone contacting Tony in late November of last year.
I was looking for another loan and I got a call.
Tony says the caller named Emily said she was from a company called Money Park Finance. Emily promised him a personal loan, $8,000. The couple had just moved into a new home and was looking to furnish it, handle a few bills.
You can lay away furniture. You don't need a loan for no damn furniture. You
They
could have just
scamming. They
right.
got busted on the back end.
Right. You both worked. Okay, you got a new place and you want new furniture. You could have just went to I want to say Raymore and Flanagan, but they might not. Ashley Furniture. They probably got Ashley Furniture in Ohio and just been giving them $100 there, $100 there. Eventually, you'll have some furniture. You don't need no damn loan to get a damn furniture.
And maybe get a couple of Christmas gifts for their kids.
I feel like
so you getting a loan for damn Christmas gifts? You must be kidding. I'll just be like, look, your dad don't. Well, they're young, so I'm assuming their kids are younger. I like, look, we go to the dollar store and get you something. If you don't have it, you don't have it. I'll never be in no loan or be in debt.
You talking about I'm looking for a second loan? Why are you looking for loans left and right knowing you ain't paying none of them back? I'm telling you, they was scamming and the scammers got them.
Mm-hmm.
You know, like an idiot.
The Browns say Emily told them because of their poor credit history, they had to buy blank check paper from an office supply store, print out their supposed loan checks, and deposit them in their bank account.
They don't even sound right there. They always sound like some old scamming shit they doing. And they knew what was up, like you said.
Accounts at different Fifth Third locations.
The email looks like a legit check.
Has your name on it and everything?
Everything. Even the back where you sign, it says endorsed, all of that it all looks legit.
They say Emily.
And I didn't even know you can get checks like that in a regular store.
Then told them to buy gift cards and send back the numbers on those cards. Tony thought this was strange, but the checks were going through.
When the bank accepted my first one, I was like, okay, this might be cool. I didn't know she was gonna have me do it again and do it again.
I started getting upset because I'm getting off of work and I'm running around Lorain County trying to get these checks done and deposited, and then have to turn right back around and go buy gift cards.
After pleading with Emily through many text messages, finally the Browns had enough and talked to a bank manager. At that very moment,
Emily texts me and tells me she's going to kill me and she's going to ruin Tony and my life.
So we see a lot of fake checks being circulated. Bank tellers may not know the difference.
Ryan Lippy is a consumer educator with the Ohio Attorney General's office.
Anybody telling you to print checks, anybody telling you to buy gift cards, if they have a special payment method in mind, it's probably a special case of being scammed.
On its website.
Exactly.
Money Park.
But we all knew that anyway, and they did too.
Finance uses a near duplicate logo of another Money Park company that handles finances overseas. We contacted the foreign company asking if it knew its name and likeness were being used this way. It responded saying it brokers mortgages and sells real estate solely within Switzerland. We tried calling all numbers listed on the Browns contract and the number on the website. The business shows it's located in Houston, Texas. So News 5 investigators went there to find out. In downtown Houston, there is no such address. There is a hotel where if the address actually existed, it would be there, but
it's like a hotel lobby. I don't see any sign of a money park in here.
Meanwhile, we uncovered the state of California filed this desist notice to Money Park Finance after that state got a similar complaint to the Browns' problems. Money Park is not registered either in California.
Well, the business is not a business in America, so why in the world would they have all these I said, why would California have these lawsuits and all that stuff, and it's not a real business?
Or Ohio to do business.
They want you to act fast. They want you to think flat-footed. They don't want you to be thinking with a rational mind.
Tony tells us Fifth Third locked his bank account and says he has to pay thousands to the bank for the fictitious checks, all thanks to some crafty schemers.
They basically just got rich from using my name and her name and our accounts.
Because I'm having to work more shifts at work to be.
Now, how did they
Y'all was stupid. Y'all was stupid. That's just the bottom line.
Right. Now, how would they get their number?
Be able to get caught up.
That's what I'm saying. They signed up for a scam. They got caught.
Right.
He's doing a lot as well. So we're still not where we should be because of this.
Just a terrible situation. We contacted Fifth Third several times to see what help it could give the Browns. It sent a statement that says, in part, it is unable to comment on specific consumer accounts. Fraud is unfortunately escalating and becoming increasingly sophisticated and convincing. Now, Tony and Christina had their accounts locked, but Tony says the bank took roughly $1,000 from his account that was there before any of the fake checks were deposited. So, insult to injury.
Well, hopefully this gets the ball.
So you hear that? So he got a loan for furniture and for some Christmas gifts, but yeah, he already got $1,000 in the bank.
Yeah, he full of shit.
Ladies and gentlemen, especially the young ladies and gentlemen out there, don't ever get no loan for no damn furniture. You can lay it away. And number two, don't ever be in debt for fucking Christmas. Be in debt and don't have no money for Christmas. If you can't afford no gifts for the kids, then once you get some money, you can get the kids something. It don't have to be Christmas. It could be another day. That's ridiculous.
Yep.
So you can reach the judgmentals on Facebook, TikTok, Twitter, and YouTube. Subscribe to our YouTube at PNL Judgmentals, Instagram at _judgmentals, or you can email us at pnljudgmentals@gmail.com. So, all right, Phil.
All right, y'all. Peace out.
Comments on my photos, that's why I stay on the low. Most of y'all is associates.